Diet-driven surge in chronic liver disease. It's SaraBanta with Accelerated Health TV and radio show, and this is no surprise. The incidence of the most prevalent type of chronic liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is projected to increase continuously over the next quarter century, and this escalation, of course, is going to put a lot of strain on the healthcare systems, with forecasts indicating a near double of liver cancer cases and tripling in the demand for liver transplants by 2050. These findings are a part of a study recently presented at the liver meeting organized by the American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases. Rising rates of obesity and diabetes, which we've talked about, are blamed for this increase, and they are now calling non-alcoholic fatty liver disease something different because of the stigma associated with that name. Now they are calling it the metabolic dysfunction-associated steatotic liver disease. But regardless of what you call it, it's affecting more than 30% of the global population. With diabetes and obesity rates on the rise, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is expected to become the leading reason for liver transplants. Alcoholic fatty liver disease was only for alcoholics before 1980, before the processed foods and before the radiation, before all of these GMOs and other toxins we're dealing with. So this is what is going on, and it's catching up to us. On a daily basis, we ingest heavy doses of chemicals, toxins, preservatives, metals, antibiotics, hormones, GMOs, other substances in our air, our food, and our water. It's not just about the calories that's leading to the obesity or the insulin resistance. It's not just the brownies and the cakes. It is all of these things stacking up and putting burden on our liver. And I was noticing that I was able to do just maybe a liver cleanse twice a year and being fine. Now I'm feeling like I need to do them every 6 weeks to feel my best. Every time I do, I see a drop in water retention, my metabolism increases, my sugar cravings decrease, my bloat disappears, my energy increase, and my eyes get wider, my skin clears up. That's because the liver is doing all of it. So why are we in this state? The heavy metals, lead, mercury, aluminum, they are coming into our bodies via water, air, and the food sources. They can lead to a spectrum of health issues, including neurological disorders, gastrointestinal problems, cardiovascular, kidney, liver issues, respiratory issues, and more. Then you've got the radiation. Exposure to non-ionizing and ionizing radiation disrupt our health, increasing insulin resistance on its own. Just being on your cell phone can raise your blood pressure or your blood sugar, and probably your blood pressure as well. And that's without eating a morsel of chocolate. Now, what we have is we've got this increase in sources of 5G, smart meters, computers, smartphones, nuclear incidences like the Fukushima power plants. They just actually notified the globe that they're releasing their water, their radioactive water, into the oceans last August. That is in our food supply. You think it's across the world, it's coming into us as well. Our fish from Japan, maybe if you're getting iodine from a different source other than the accelerating, you're getting your iodine that's contaminated with that radioactive water. Then you have the dietary toxins. Okay, you've got the GMOs and glyphosate from the crops. Then you have the farming processes that are including the toxic compounds called dioxins. They accumulate in the food chain and the fatty tissues of conventionally raised animals. That's why you got to go wild. And you've got the halogens like fluoride, bromide, and chlorine infiltrating our water and our food supply. And it's all backing up the liver. The xenoestrogens, are you getting man boobs? Are you not able to produce that muscle tissue from lifting weights like you used to? You could have estrogen dominance, and this is coming from synthetic compounds found in various environmental sources, such as plastics, pesticides, industrial chemicals. These are at a rate that we have never seen before. So when you were in kindergarten, these things didn't matter so much. Now in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, it's compounding the issue, and your liver's having to deal with all of this, and your liver's giving up. Then you have the processed foods. Like I said, you were not exposed to these foods before 1980, right? And the adverse impact of these processed foods are causing so much havoc. They are increasing the insulin resistance at a exponential rate, and that is causing the liver damage. That is the number one cause of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. They're packed with excessive fructose, inflammatory seed oils, the GMO grains, artificial sweeteners, and then they lack the natural fiber that we're needing. Then, in the last 3 to 4 years, we have the spike protein. The impact of the spike protein has been widespread, causing disruption in the liver function, interfering with the conversion of the ACE2 receptor. And this is causing so many issues, including unexplained weight gain, fluid retention, irregular insulin level, cognitive fog, fertility issues, increased inflammation. So with a staggering 62% of the average adult's diet consisting of processed foods, the rate of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes have surged dramatically. And diabetes is insulin resistance at the liver. Heart disease, insulin resistance at the heart. PCOS, insulin resistance at the ovaries. Alzheimer's, insulin resistance of the brain. But back to diabetes and insulin resistance, that's at the level of the liver, and that is where the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is coming to become the true pandemic. So signs your liver function is not optimal: unexplained weight gain, sluggishness, nausea, poor fat and protein metabolism. Your fat and protein are broken down in the liver. If you can't break those things down, you can't build your muscles and use them as energy. You might see hormonal imbalances, fat accumulation, man boobs, low metabolism, low thyroid function, of course, fatty liver, high uric acid, skin breakouts. So what do we do about this? Well, the Ascent Diet Cleanse is designed to address uric acid coming down, insulin resistance coming down, fatty liver coming down all at once while you're feeling great, increase your metabolism and your thyroid health. And in the Ascent Diet Cleanse, you've got the accelerated keto. This flips your body into a state of ketosis, burning its own body fat for fuel. And this helps reduce insulin resistance and uric acid. And what else it's doing is it's actually cleansing the liver on a daily basis, converting that saturated fat into unsaturated fat, which is the easiest way for the body to burn and utilize that for energy. It accelerates that reduction of liver fat and reduces insulin resistance and uric acid. It suppresses your cravings for sugar, processed foods, and fructose. That's the easiest way to reverse this, is to stop eating the foods that are causing the issue, right? So it suppresses your cravings for it. It also reduces oxidative stress and inflammation throughout the body, and it teaches the body to burn its own fat stores for fuel. So you're snacking on your own fat. It increases ATP in the mitochondria by 10 times the amount that is produced when you're consuming sugar or a high carb diet. Next in the cleanse is the accelerated iodine. And the accumulation of uric acid is partially attributed to liver overload. Accelerated iodine supports the liver and the blood cleansing, mitigating liver congestion due to uric acid and insulin resistance. It's also boosting the metabolism, thyroid health, enhancing fat oxidation, regulating blood sugar, balancing hormones, and promoting your cellular hydration. It is the only monoatomic iodine free of radiation, and it has 100% bioavailability. It's also enhanced with scalar frequencies, just like all of the other accelerated products. So that is the number 2 supplement. But then what the Ascent Diet Cleanse includes is the liver flush. And that liver flush that I'm talking about that I do now every 6 weeks, I at least recommend doing it 4 times a year, is you are actually going to flush gallstones and liver stones out of the body, lowering your AST and your ALT liver enzymes, replacing damaged liver cells with healthier ones, and eliminating thousands of toxins and pollutants that have just accumulated in your liver. Remember, it's being backed up by that radiation, the toxins from the food, the toxins from our water, the heavy metals, all of these things, and that spike protein. And it's helping the ACE2 receptor function, getting back to where it's supposed to be. So those are the 3 things that are absolute must to help with your non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which most people are suffering from. Get rid of the processed foods, look to be drinking clean water, minimize your radiation exposure, and then do that liver flush at least 4 times a year. Take the accelerated keto and the accelerated iodine on a daily basis, and you will see a shift in your energy physically and mentally, because like I said, the liver is everything. It is managing your fat and your protein metabolism, your brain power, your physical energy, water retention, and your liver is where that energy comes from. So thanks for joining me today. If I can help you with your health issues, contact me directly through the website, SaraBantaHealth.com. Happy to put together a protocol for you, and join the free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. There's no downside. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health, and you will be a part of an amazing like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health TV and radio show. My goal is to reach everyone on earth with eyes to see and ears to hear my message of healing. So help me with that goal. Share this podcast with a few of your friends who may need my help. And join us every week on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific. You can find my supplements and all the stuff we talked about at SaraBantaHealth.com, and use coupon WELCOME10 for 10% off site-wide. Thanks again for joining us here, and have a great week.